Welcome to college football week 11 update. And it was been a crazy Saturday, by the way. We start in Penn State and Indiana, and holy cow, what a win that is. Number two, Indiana takes down Penn State 27-24. Fernando Mendoza, 19 out of 30, 218 passing yards, a touchdown in the pay. The touchdown was a Heisman Trophy kind of moment right there. Everybody's talking Ty Simpson. Everybody's going to talk about Julian Saban could win Heisman. Fernando Mendoza looks like he's going to win Heisman. We'll get to the other candidate who also should deserve to win the Heisman in a minute, but later on. But Fernando Mendoza on the last drive, that is an impressive drive for him to lead that Indiana offense against a team that is trying to win, try to do something for pride, of course. They played very good defense. Their offense was scoring points, but the last drive hurt Penn State fans, of course, and that drive, boy, I can keep talking about this, but we got to move on. But Indiana stays undefeated. We'll see what happens tomorrow, where the playoff committee will rank them. Last week they were number 2, so could we expect them a new number 1? Could be Indiana, Texas A&M, maybe. We'll see where it goes. Speaking of Texas A&M wins 38-17 over Missouri. Ruben Owens II, 13 carries, 102 rushing yards, 2 rushing touchdowns. Texas A&M will stay undefeated. A potential trap game for Bama, but LSU had to play for pride. And it was a tight game early, 3-3 in the first half until Bama's defense dominated them 20-9. Yasuna Pereira, 2 total tackles, 2 solo tackles, 2 sacks, 2 tackles for loss. Bama stays undefeated in the conference, and they got a huge game against Oklahoma in Tuscaloosa. And if they can win that game, there is a chance Bama is going to Atlanta to play the SEC title game with either Texas A&M, Georgia, or Ole Miss. Georgia, on the other hand, had a 41-21 win over Mississippi State. Raylan Wilson, 6 total tackles, 4 solo tackles, a half a sack, half a tackle for loss, and a pass defense. Georgia keeps their race in the SEC on the line, and they have a huge home game against Texas. The question is, can they get that win and hopefully need some help? And I think that's going to be the question for Georgia. Will they be ranked a little higher? I don't think so, because where Bama is right now, they should be ranked number 4. Texas A&M, Indiana should be ranked maybe 1, 2. But I think Georgia's going to stay at number 5 for tomorrow's CFP's playoff committee rankings. So Georgia wins against Mississippi State and focusing on Texas. Let's talk about this game. Number 8, Texas Tech takes down BYU 29-7. Jacob Rodriguez, 14 total tackles, 9 solo tackles, a tackle for loss, a pick, and a fumble recovery, as Texas A&M are a clean path to go to Arlington and play for the Big 12 title game. And this guy again, Jacob Rodriguez, is another guy that is looking to win the Heisman. Of course, I think you guys heard this from, Joey McGuire, their head coach from Texas Tech, letting reporters know Jacob Rodriguez is going to be a Heisman Trophy winner. He should be a finalist. I do think he should be a finalist. But then my brain goes up and goes, okay, is Texas Tech a national champion contender? With this win, it's a big one. I will say yes. The question is, how far can they make it in the playoffs? I think they can get through the quarterfinals. They're going to have to clean up some messes, of course, on offense. Of course, their quarterback got sacked way too many times. There wasn't a lot of protection, but their defense stand tall. Only allowed 7 points against BYU, a team that had a freshman quarterback Very coming off better year, but now Texas Tech has the cleanest path to Arlington, Texas in the Big 12 title game. For BYU, it's a tough loss, but they still have a chance to join Texas Tech for their rematch in Arlington. And this fun game, by the way, number 9 Oregon wins against 20th ranked Iowa 18-16. Noah Wigginton on 17 carries, 118 rushing yards. Oregon keeps their Big Ten title hopes alive, and we'll see where they can rank again. I would love to see Texas Tech again ranked to number 6 or 7. Oregon is probably going to rank at number 6 or 7 because of that win against Iowa, but they're going to need some help because I think in 2 weeks they play USC, and that is a huge game on the road against USC. They have to win it if they're going to be in that Big Ten title game once again. Let's go to 2 ACC updates, or should we go 2 upsets? Wake Forest upsets Virginia 16-9. Dallas Affolvia 6 total tackles, 1 solo tackle, 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss. As Virginia will be heading this week against Duke in a game that depends on who will join Georgia Tech in the ACC title game. While for Wake Forest, this is a milestone win. Big win for the Demon Deacons. We'll see if that carries on against UNC. And the Cal, oh boy. The Cal Golden Bears, 29. The 15th ranked Louisville Cardinals, 26. Jaren Kawia Sekapatua, their freshman quarterback, 30 out of 47, 323 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. Louisville, are they out of the ACC title race? It depends on where this goes, but right now the ACC is interesting because now Georgia Tech's still on top. Virginia Tech is still on top because they have conference play. But they play, of course, Duke this upcoming week. Pitt is right there. They're playing Notre Dame this week. SMU just beat Boston College. So this is going to come down to Virginia, Duke, and SMU. Those 3. But if Pitt would be my 4th team to keep an eye on, that's if they beat Notre Dame this week. Vanderbilt takes down Auburn 38-45. Diego Pavi, 25 out of 33, 377 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns as Vanderbilt looks to try to keep their playoff hopes alive, try to be in that race for the playoffs. Colorado is eliminated from bowl eligible with a 22-29 loss to West Virginia. Ben Boogaloo, 7 total tackles, 4 solo tackles, 2 sacks, 2 tackles for loss. West Virginia keeps their hopes for a bowl eligible under Rich Rodriguez. Meanwhile, for Colorado, how much pressure is Deion Sanders? Is he in the hot seat? I do think he's on the hot seat because of where this is going with the QB changes. Yet you don't have Shedeur, you don't have Travis Hunter. This is a different offense. Somebody needs to start at quarterback. And Juju Lewis, very impressive in his first game against West Virginia, but something is going on in Colorado, and I do believe Deion Sanders is on the hot seat in Colorado. Southern Miss takes down Arkansas State 27-21. Josh Moulton, 6 total tackles, 4 solo tackles, 1 pass defense, 3 interceptions. Southern Miss, watch out because they could probably sneak in that group of 5 teams to go in the playoffs. Watch out for Southern Miss. And Clemson takes down FSU 24-10. Avian Terrell, 3 total tackles, 3 solo tackles, 2 sacks, 2 tackles for loss, 1 pass defense. Clemson keeps their bowl eligible season alive, hopefully. While Florida State, listen, you only need 2 wins. That's it. All that matters is try to get bowl eligible. Let's go to the other games that happened in Week 11. A rivalry game in App State as Georgia Southern takes down Appalachian State 25-23. Number 19, USC takes down Northwestern 38-17. Houston is trying to keep their Big 12 title hopes alive with a 30-27 win over UCF. Tulane, how about that story? They beat Memphis 38-32. Memphis, who was in the 12th, that group of 5 teams that were in the playoffs in the first week of the playoff committee reveal. Now it looks like it's going to be someone else. Could it be JMU, which AP poll just released their AP poll yesterday saying that JMU is in the rankings, so is South Florida. I think they're going to add JMU, or they're going to add someone else. Maybe, as I mentioned, Southern Miss, which they could probably win the Sun Belt. That's if they can play their best football. Notre Dame takes down or destroys Navy 49-10. Miami gets their revenge to Syracuse 38-10. Luke Fickell, the Wisconsin Badgers head coach, decides to stay in Wisconsin and gets an upset win over Washington 10-13. James Madison, I just mentioned this team, 35-23 over Marshall. And could JMU be that group of 5 teams for this week's reveal of the playoff committee? Hey, Virginia, you're not the only team that just lost. Duke lost to UConn, 34-37 UConn. The Huskies take down Duke, but that's not a conference game, by the way. Arizona clinches bowl eligible with a 24-20 win over Kansas. Iowa State takes down TCU 20-17. Bill Belichick gets his first back-to-back wins as UNC head coach as the Tar Heels win 20-15 over Stanford. A major SEC upset as Kentucky takes down Florida 38-7. And Nebraska, despite no Dylan Raiola, gets a huge 28-21 win over UCLA. That's it for my college football week 11 update. If you haven't now seen my other videos, go check them out on my channel. Of course, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell for more sports news.